Hello again, folks. This is Sula speaking, and you're listening to another commentary video for League of Legends, this one featuring Nasus. At the end of the last part, we managed to get a kill on Ashe here in the bottom lane with help with teamwork between Uberfish's Tart and Varus Nox's Rammus. Now we're going to come up here and try to score Dragon now that we've pushed back that particular minion wave here. Now, one thing that I'll point out here is notice how Varus is taking a lot of damage here from the Dragon. What he really should do is just roll out and drop aggression from the Dragon, get the Dragon to start focusing on another champ because he's simply taking too much damage here. See, he's so low that now when Malphite shows up, Malphite can just kill him instantly, and so that was not a good situation. Here we're going to start fighting this. You can see I'm going to pop my ult, so I'm going to start doing area effect damage. I'm going to throw down Spirit Fire again to apply the armor debuff to these two champs. Now in comes Vigar, so this is a 2-on-3, but Mookie now enters the fight from down here, and I'm going to whack him with my Siphoning Strike and score that kill. Next, we're going to focus Malphite, and there Uberfish gets off a nice Tark stun, and he's going to get the kill there by using his Shatter. Next, I'm going after Poppy, and now I've just been ulted by Poppy, so I want to back off here. Remember, none of us can damage Poppy now that she's popped her ult, but as soon as that wears off, we're going to hit her, and then together we're going to finish her off, and Uberfish gets credit for the kill there. So great fight for us. We lost Varus Nox right at the start because just because of the Dragon, but then we killed I think 3 members of their team, and no one else on our team got killed. So that was a very nice Dragon fight for us. I believe that they actually took Dragon in the midst of that fighting. Yeah, Uberfish says they stole it, but we killed them. At that point, it really doesn't even matter that much. I mean, if they take Dragon, but we score 3 kills on them, then we obviously came out ahead in that fight, even if they did take Dragon. So very good situation for us, and we were able to score a pretty big win there. And now I'm going to go back to buy. In terms of itemizing, the first thing I picked up, you might have noticed if you watched the previous video, was I picked up a Sheen. Sheen is really good on Nasus. I think there's universal agreement on this because it works perfectly with his Siphoning Strike. You use Siphoning Strike, use Siphoning Strike, and then when you hit the person, it applies the extra damage as well. You get the Sheen benefit for using Siphoning Strike. So very useful skill. Just synchronizes really well with his Q skill, Siphoning Strike. So lets you do more damage and lets you be useful. So that's why I went for that first. And then next I'm going to go for Aegis of the Legion. Aegis is another item that just works really well on Nasus. Makes him tankier, gives him a little bit extra damage, and lets him sort of work with the team. It's also a really good item on Taric as well, and in fact Uberfish will also build Aegis, which you might think would be a waste, but it actually isn't really a waste, as you'll see later on. Because of the way the item works, the two of them can in fact stack with one another, and you'll actually both add the Aegis effect to one another. So it's actually not a waste. You can build 2, but you can't building more than 2 is a waste, but you can build two Aegises and it not be a waste. Anyway, here there's two champs down on the bottom, so I'm just going to play defensively. Now Nasus is one of the best 1v2 champions in the game due to his Spirit Fire. He can sit back and farm with his Spirit Fire all day. Makes him really strong. If you ever would find yourself in a situation where the enemy team doesn't have a jungler and you're not sure who should take that 1v2 lane, Nasus is perfect. He just stays back by the tower, and you, instead of giving skilling priority to Siphoning Strike, you give your skilling priority to Spirit Fire instead. Once he gets up to 3 points in Spirit Fire, he can just kill every creep wave very easily, and then you just take whatever last hit you can get with Siphoning Strike. The reason why I didn't do that in this game is because I was in a duo lane. If I had been in a 1-on-2 lane, I would have leveled Spirit Fire first. So again, there's different ways to build Nasus. Spirit Fire is really good. Siphoning Strike's also very good. And his Wither skill is pretty useful too. Over here, Mookie was getting picked off a little bit, so we're going to go after him. Or we're going to go to try to protect him, try to get kills, although unfortunately, Mookie gets killed there. Now here, we've gotten to a team fight. They killed Mookie, but now we've managed to trap their Malphite. I'm going for Ashe, and you can see I think I ghosted to try to get after her. I was trying to exhaust her, but I was never quite able to get my exhaust off. And, ooh, you see Cole flashes after Ashe. Doesn't quite manage to get her. But see, we knew that Malphite is dead. We have 4 here. We can dive him. The tower is not going to save him. So that's why we went after Ashe, because we knew that Malphite was going to die regardless. And look, oh, it looked like that last tower shot was going to finish off Varus, but he must have managed to get out of its targeting range just in time to survive there. So he manages to escape just barely. And Uberfish says that this time the heal did save you. So yeah, it looks like the heal did save him there. So Cole's going to pop his ultimate here, and we're going to push down this tower. And so another good fight for us as a team. It started with Mookie kind of getting picked off, but we were able to turn that into 2 other kills and a tower there. So it worked out well. Now, what we need to do here is we really need to back off, but I see that Amumu sitting there at level 7, and I'm thinking, oh, we can go for this guy. I'm thinking that this is a fight that we could try to engage in. I'm going to Wither Ash, and then I'm going to continue going after Amumu because he's just so underleveled, and I'm going to start... I'm going to be trying to hit him with Exhaust here. I thought that Uberfish would stun him, but apparently not. And now we've overextended, and you see Malphite gets in here too. So now we need to try to get out of here. And Uberfish is going to end up getting killed there. So that was just a fight where we stuck around too long to fight that. We just needed to go back. The big problem there was, more so than anything else, I think we were all just out of mana, and we didn't have a lot of mana left to do that fight. You can see Cole and I are both just about out. So I think that that's why we lost that. Here I was going to go back, and then I saw that Cole was going to stay in the lane, so then I decided I would go back. We need one of us to stay here to protect this lane. I figured that if with Cole staying there, he'd be able to push back the minions enough to keep that lane intact, though. So I'm going to finish Aegis, and then I'm going to buy Magic Resist, to the Null Magic Mantle towards Merc Treads. As it turns out, 3 of them decided to push bottom. We were not expecting them to send 3 bottom to push this tower. And Cole makes the right decision, which is just giving up that tower and backing off. Far too often, you'll see someone try to defend a tower in a situation like that. In a 1v3, they'll try to save the tower, and then they'll just end up getting killed, and then the tower falls anyway. So that was a good play on Cole's part. He couldn't save that tower in a 3v1, so just back off, let them have it. Live to fight another day. Don't do something stupid. And you see, with all of them going to the bottom lane, you see they put 3 in bottom lane. That meant that they didn't have enough in middle lane, and so we were able to get up there and push down that tower. Now, unfortunately, Mookie then overextended here, so you can see he's getting ganged up upon by 3 members of their team, and they're going to burst him down here between all of their attacks. So that was getting caught a little out of position. Now I wanted to go for Veigar here, and you notice we managed to get my Wither off on him. What I should have done was pop my ult. If I had used my ult, I would have been doing area of effect damage to him that whole time, and we probably would have scored the kill. As it was, though, he's going to be able to slip out of there with just a little bit life left, so we're not going to be able to score that kill. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But one nice thing there was I managed to hit Ashe with a Siphoning Strike in the middle of that little engagement, and if you noticed, I actually did a lot of damage to Ashe because I've managed to score pretty many minion kills in that particular over the course of the laning phase. So I'm pretty happy with how I've been building Nasus thus far. Now up here, Amumu's way out of position. We see him ghost into the bushes there, so we're like, okay, we're gonna cut off his escape here. So we cut off his escape, and now we go into the bushes, and we have no idea where he went. I went back and I've watched this video like 4 different times trying to figure out where he went. I still have no idea where he went. I honestly don't know how we didn't find him. I mean, I'm aware that he popped Ghost and maybe he flashed somewhere, but I just don't see where he possibly could have flashed to whereby we didn't have vision on him there. So, oh well, I mean, he escaped. He went somewhere. I wish that we could watch the replay without the Fog of War just to see what Amumu did there, but somehow Amumu got out of it. I'm almost like at the point where I want to call hacks on that, but I guess he went somewhere we weren't expecting, so oh well. Anyway, here we are going to pull the dragon out into the middle of the river, which is the much safer place to dragon, so that if the enemy teams come, we're not trapped in the middle there. And they're going to use clairvoyance on us, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get here too late. And now that they're here too late, this is a very good situation. You saw Mookie dropped his stun on Sion. Sion's stun on Veigar, and then I used Wither to prevent him from running further. Now we're going to continue focusing these guys, and Varus gets the kill on Malphite. So now we're trying to pursue Poppy. I see her going up this way, but I realize if we head that way, she's going to double back. So I'm thinking we need to come this way, and I was hoping that Uberfish would stay with me here. You can see I just knew that Poppy was going to double around like this. So Varus is going to roll in there, Powerball. I use Wither to hit Poppy, but Varus doesn't have enough mana for a taunt, and so unfortunately she's going to slip away. So unfortunately, we really needed that Taric stun there in order to get that kill. So unfortunately, Poppy's going to get away. But we did get Baron, or not Baron, we did get Dragon and 2 kills without losing any of our own. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't get even 1 or 2 more kills. So anyway, not the worst thing in the world, but would have been nice to get that kill. So anyway, now we're going to farm. I'm trying to focus Amumu. See there, I'm going to use Wither to slow him down. And we would have him right here, except that he flashes away. And now I get Ash Arrowed. Very nice Ash Arrow. And here, I need to try to get out of this, but the tower was focusing me, so I do get taken down. But they needed to use multiple ults to do that. And here, unfortunately, Mookie gets hit by the Vygar Event Horizon, so he's going to get stunned, and then Ash is going to slowly kite him with freezing arrows, and they're going to score another kill. So I guess we overextended a little bit there and pushed a little bit too far. So maybe not our greatest moment there. Oh well. They're going to score 2 kills there. And so for all that we've done pretty well, this has been a bit of a back and forth game. It's still been very entertaining overall. I had the option of staying to wait for a longsword in terms of building towards that phage. I'm going to be building Trinity Force for my next major item, which is just useful because it's something that Sheen can build into, and generally speaking, it's a pretty useful item on Nasus, although it is very expensive. That's really the core build for Nasus. I would say Merc Treads, Sheen into Trinity Force, Aegis of the Legion, and that right there is probably all that you'll get to in most games. You won't be getting much further than that. If you need more items, you can get attacking items. If you need more, if you need to build more attack damage, I mean, I guess you could get something like Stark's Fervor or maybe Atma's Impaler or something like that. But generally speaking, after that, you probably want to get more tanky items. Maybe you want to get Banshee's Veil. Maybe you want to get a Guardian Angel. Those are probably, but it's probably better to go more tanky after you get a Trinity Force. But anyway, there I went for wards instead of going for phage. Now here we've got a team fight coming in, so I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to put my ult early this time. Now is when I want to use it. I'm going to throw down Spirit Fire for the armor debuff. We're going to pick off a Mumu first. Next we're going to finish off Poppy, and I score the kill there. And now we're going to push them back. Now notice, we've just won a team fight. We just killed 2 of them. So what's the best play to do here? My immediate suggestion was, guys, let's go Baron. This is something you don't see a lot in games, especially in a normal game like this, a non-ranked game. But notice we've just scored 2 kills. I'm going to drop down ward, so we have really good sight coverage here. It's a much better play for us to go to Baron than for us to try to push that next tower in a 5-on-3. Remember, towers are quite strong. You don't want to just force towers if you don't have to. Much better play to slip up here and score Baron. Now, again, we've got sight on people coming into Baron. We have sight from all directions they can arrive, really. The 2 entrances through their jungle, the middle and top lanes. We have sight via our minions there. So this is a very safe Baron. We can always break off. And as it turns out, they're not even going to come and contest this Baron. So we're going to score this uncontested. And again, this is something that you should look to do. If you get 2 kills, you should look to go Baron if you can. Now, so look, they're even taking blue buff right there, and they're totally unaware that we just slipped in and grabbed Baron. It is a little bit risky, but if you can throw down wards like that and have sight, it's really not that risky, and it just offers such a huge advantage if you can score Baron. So now we've all picked up virtually a full level in terms of experience. We each get 250 gold, so total that's what, 1250 gold for our team. We also have the Baron buff, so that's extra damage, extra ability power, extra mana and health regen for the next, I guess, 4 minutes. So we've just given ourselves a humongous edge. We've gone from the game being relatively close to us being way ahead from scoring that Baron. So just my advice to you guys, if you're watching this, if you get 2 kills, look to Baron. 1 kill is usually not enough, because 4-on-5 at Baron is something that you could very well lose. But if you can kill 2 members of their team, and you can throw down sight wards in the jungle to give yourself some sight, then you should look to Baron. And you can Baron pretty easily. You can, once you hit the 20-25 minute mark, you can look to Baron. People oftentimes don't think that you can do that. I don't know how many times I've been behind in a game, and the team that was ahead of us didn't Baron when they could, and then we were able to come back and win the game. So it's something you should look to do. All right, now here they are. You notice they're all grouped up mid, the enemy team, to protect that middle turret. So we are not going to go and try to fight them at that tower. That would be the dumb play. That would be the stupid play to do. Have everybody run and fight them 5v5 at the tower. I mean, maybe we'll win that. We do have Baron. We're pretty strong, but it's a stupid play. So we're going to push bottom and then wait for them to come fight us, and then we're going to fight them in the jungle where they have no tower. So notice this works perfectly. Here they are. We've caught a Mumu out of position. We're going to go after him. He actually gets off a pretty nice ult, even though he's out of position. But then I'm going to use my ult. I'm going to throw down Spirit Fire, and then I'm going to use Wither. I actually use it on Vigar. I probably should use it on Ashe. And notice that although they've taken out Cole, the rest of us are just cleaning up this fight between all of our area of effect damage. So we kill 4 of them for the loss of 1 of our own. Varus is powerballing after Ashe. He gets her. He gets off the taunt. We've got an exhaust. We're about to kill Ashe. But they surrender literally half a second before Ashe would have died, and we would have aced them. So early surrender, I did think that they surrendered too early. They were behind, but the game wasn't unwinnable or anything like that. But anyway, I guess that they just decided that they were tired of that game, weren't going to play on any further. So fun game. That last team fight was pretty fun. Whenever possible, you don't want to fight at a tower. Try to do things like that. If you're watching this, you want to try to do things to sort of get the other team, draw them out of their defenses, get them away from their towers. So, I mean, as soon as that fight occurred away from their tower, we were pretty much guaranteed to win because we were already ahead and we had Baron. Anyway, in terms of individual stuff, I thought that was a pretty solid Nasus game. I mean, Nasus isn't going to be getting like 25 kills or something, not in a out of anything other than like super low skill game. But you know, you want to be applying Spirit Fire, you want to be throwing down Wither, you want to be getting a lot of assists and doing area of effect damage, and I think I was able to do that pretty effectively in this game. Mookie was in the 2v1 lane up there, handled it well, got a lot of minion kills, got a lot of ability power, did pretty well. Cole did good. Cole pushed back and forth, did a lot of pushing with Sivir, got a lot of minion kills, very solid overall. Varus Nox carrying us this game, the 8-8 Rammus. I just again shows how strong Rammus is right now. Such a strong jungler. In a situation where you have jungle Rammus and the other team isn't even using a jungler, your team just has a gigantic advantage. And then Uberfish, solid play overall. You saw how we had the double Aegises. I'm not a big fan of the Chalice build there, but perhaps it did help out in spamming more spells. Anyway, that's one game with Nasus. Now I've tried to show a bunch of different champions. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll try to have more videos up. So take care, guys.